Well, what's up, my friend Jason Stapleton here once again for another riveting video here on the YouTubes. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're first time you're watching the show, please hit that subscribe and like, share it with a friend, but only if you get value out of it. Okay, so today I've spent the majority of the day, and we'll spend the balance of the week, focused primarily on getting all of the material together for my influential communication workshop that I'm holding on Friday and Saturday. And the reason that it is taking me so long to put it all together is that the manual that is coming in that event is about 110 to 130 pages long. It depends on how much stuff I actually think I can jam into a 2-day event. But as I'm going through and I'm doing research and I'm trying to figure out what do I want to put in, what do I want to leave out, I go back to what I call my knowledge vault. Now, it's much more organized than this when I actually have it together, but this is a part of my knowledge vault. This is every note that I've taken from every seminar, every book that I have read on the subject of influence and persuasion and the key takeaways and how they get applied in the real world. I have mountains and pages of advertising that directly tie to each one of the principles that I'm going to teach at the communication workshop. And whereas most people, it might take them months or even years to assemble the full scope of a project like this, for me, it took me probably 3 weeks to put it all together. I had to figure out exactly what I wanted to teach, and then I had to go and I had to find all of the examples for that, and I had to give the outlines and all that stuff. And that all comes from this knowledge vault. And it's one of the benefits of constantly working on your own human capital. I think a lot of us feel like we know a lot about what we do, but we aren't truly students of what we do. We're not continuing to go and research and listen to other people. We aren't collectors of information that are directly related to what I do. So I'll give you another example. A lot of people have trouble figuring out what to do in terms of content videos or how to start a sales letter or how to start a blog. I literally have 900 pages of nothing but sales letters. I have a book that is full of the greatest sales letters, the most highest converting sales letters ever created. It's about 490 pages. And so when I want to write a sales letter, I don't have to worry. I go to the vault. I go and pull that stuff out and I start reading and reviewing and researching and finding the stuff that I need. And the fact is I've been through it so many times these days that actually now it's become a lot easier. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got something like that. The opening paragraph of the opening story in my new book, Nomadic Wealth, is actually from and based off of an advertisement from the 1920s. So the value in you, one of the things that benefits us as entrepreneurs is speed. How do we get things done faster? If you prescribe to my way of viewing business, and what I've always said is, it doesn't matter what business you're in, you're really in the marketing and the sales business. If you are not a student of marketing and advertising and sales throughout history, you're doing yourself a great disservice. And if you are not taking every opportunity to grab something new for the knowledge vault, and something new to put into your stack, you're going to be in a real hurt locker, because it's going to take you so much time and effort and energy to get around to doing the basic things that make us money. See, as an information guy in a knowledge business, I primarily do 2 things: talking and typing. And I don't care what industry you are in, you get to a point very quickly where it doesn't benefit you that much to continue to learn and to improve on your core competency, because your core competency is the same. You already know more than practically everybody else. And so in the end, what it really becomes about is how well can I communicate that message with other people? Does that make sense? So eventually, if you're a chiropractor, you know pretty much everything there is to know about chiropractic. And it doesn't take you very many hours a year to stay up to date on the newest techniques and trends and what's going on and what's new. What is critical for you to do and for you to continue to work on is developing that personal brand and being able to communicate what you do and how you do it better than anybody else. Because once you hit kind of that top level of your core competency, what you're paid for is reputation. More than your knowledge and skills, more than the techniques that you've got, more than the fancy stuff that you do, will be your reputation. And reputation is something that we manufacture. It's something that we put together for our customers and for our clients to see. And so as I was going through and I'm putting all this documentation together, all of it's coming back to the surface, and I'm like, oh, I remember when I taught that. Yeah, I definitely want to add that in. That's definitely something that I want. And then I'm like, oh, I need a couple of advertisements that showcase exactly what I'm talking about here and the technique that's being used. Well, it takes me minutes, not hours or weeks, to go and find that information because I got my knowledge vault. So wherever you are right now, start making a habit of collecting every single thing that you can, every single piece of documentation from every course, everything that you find online. If there's a good article or you see a really great advertisement, take a screenshot of it, print it off, put it into some binders so that you can go and find it quickly. And before too long, you're going to have your own knowledge vault, and all of a sudden, you're going to be the one who looks like amazing because you go and find all of this cool stuff. You're like, man, where did he find that? Well, truth is, I found it 8 years ago while I was scrolling through and trolling on Facebook and found this incredible advertisement and took a screenshot of it, and I've saved it. And so that's what you have to do if you ever want to get your business to the next level, if you ever want to break through that threshold. Eventually, it's not so much about your core competency, whatever it is that you market or sell, and more about the marketing and the selling, which in the end comes down to communication. The more influential we are with our communication, the more successful we will be. And the greater your arsenal of influential communication tactics, and the more you know about how people have communicated over the years and throughout history in the different mediums, the more successful you're going to be. So anyway, that's just a thought. It was on the front of my mind, so I hope that you will go and you'll go and start building your own. And if you want to check out the Influential Communication Workshop, you can just go to createtoinfluence.com. That's Create to Influence. I'll put a link down below. And if not, hey, great. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward. Keep putting out content. Keep being consistent and moving towards your goals. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.